SBR Troy is a registered gelding, is 10 years old, 15 3-ish hands. He does walk, trot, and canter, but he does need work, especially on the right canter lead, which you'll see later in the video. We purchased this horse from an Amish buyer, and he was very thin. He's put on weight nicely. He came in and acted very depressed, and although he checked out as healthy, he was not a great ball of energy. The road life was very hard on him, so we've given him months of recovery just to let him relax and feel better, which he is doing. We still are not pushing him very hard. He needs some bridle work on him. He has been with a trainer in the past and has been fairly showy. We have not pushed him, even though we know he can do that, because we felt it was not in his best interest. When he first came in, his neck went straight out like he was muscle sore in his neck. And as we've given him time off, he's starting to raise his head up. And I just don't want to push him to get this freakish headset that I think he can have with him until he's ready. He does flat walk. He's a natural flat walker, which is nice because you don't have to worry about it. He's a very kind horse, and he really loves people. The breeder that had him spent quite a bit of time with her horses, and when you're around him on the ground, you can tell that he likes people, and he's starting to really get his trust back and likes to be fiddled with and handled. He's pretty easy to ride. We've had several people ride him. He's gotten better. He is, like I said, he's been on the back burner. He's not been one we've been pushing. This horse would benefit now from being worked more. I'd still like to see him a little heavier and a little more muscled, which will come with work. He's starting to use his ears a little bit and not be so depressed. And he is ready, like I said, to come back in and start working in a program to get him going. Several of my riders have ridden him and they like him. And you're going to notice as we're filming that this gets cloudy. That's not the arena. That was very cold this day, and for some reason our camera was fogging up on the inside. But we went ahead and kept going with it. We couldn't get it off. So as it gets cloudier, I know it's harder to see, but there's nothing we can really do about it. This horse is still a little fussy in the bridle. He needs his teeth done. He is shod in the front, and he does live outside. But he is in the pasture where we keep the thinner horses, the more timid horses, so he's getting all the hay he can eat, and he gets pretty good 2 scoops of grain, which is pretty good. Aaron's going to canter him. Now this is his better lead, and he's pretty good with this. He's gotten better. He used to switch leads both directions, and the little bit of work that he has had, he's gotten better with his leads. But the second way, he will swap leads behind. It's possible. He may need an injection in the hock or some sort of joint supplement, which wouldn't surprise anybody. He's been on the road. I think he was on the road for about 3 years, maybe 4. Not super long, but I think he had a pretty hard life. Either he didn't do well with the traffic and the stress, or he had a particular owner that wasn't aware of this horse's needs. It was probably a pretty big shock to this horse, and some horses kind of bounce back, and this horse I don't think did. I think it was really hard. I'm not there. You saw him swap his back lead and then go to his front, and I don't think he's being bad about it. You're going to see Aaron never gets after him, or she just keeps going over again, and there he swapped again, so she's going to stop him in a minute, and she's not getting upset with him. Now, what she's going to do here is loosen the martingale. We're going to make it a little easier for him so that he's not having to round out his back as much. And that could be also, these horses go in the overchecks and their backs kind of hollow out. And as you start rounding them out a little bit, sometimes it causes them to switch leads. So it could be a couple things about what makes it like this. The fact that he only does it one direction makes me think maybe he needs his hocks injected or something on that order. And she's going to ask him again. And there he takes the correct lead. And now, right now, he's pretty much going to start switching them only in the corner. And he does it mostly in this corner coming up. And there he swapped. And when he does, he changes all his leads. Sometimes you can get them, when they do this, a little too deep in the corner, and that'll make them do it. So you're seeing that he's swapped again down on the end. She's going to stop him. We're going to try again. What she'd really like to do is get him to go around that corner once without doing it. There he swapped again. So you're getting to see a little bit of a training session. Right there, her and Jason were discussing the camera fogging up. And she didn't want to stop until she had him go around once. So we elected to go ahead and just video through the fog. That's not in our arena, that's in the camera. Jason's trying to wipe it off, and it's on the inside of the lens. Now there he got it. He didn't switch. Now to do this type of work, you have to stay very calm and quiet around the corner, not get him too deep. And there he swapped again. She wasn't very deep in the corner, so I can't say that was pilot error. So she's going to do again. Going to ask him again very quietly. She knows she's letting him walk, kind of catch his breath. This takes a lot of patience to work a horse like this, because your instinct maybe is to get after him, but we don't believe he's doing that to be naughty. We believe he's developed a habit or is not 100% comfortable. And there he swapped. Nope, he didn't swap. He swapped and went right back, it looked like. So Erin's happy with that. She's going to go up here. I think he swaps one more time. But he did go around the corner, so she's happy.